through wampum and knowing our own histories, knowing our own stories, how they relate to Canadian history, how they relate to the place where we are today in our world, and the work that has yet to be done to get back to a place of truth and reconciliation. And then maybe at some point in that journey, right, we get back to something that looks like this, about how we live in peace with the people that live next door. So one of the pieces that I wanted to talk about, maybe we won't get to today, but for me the journey started in researching work around the War of 1812. And we went back and we were trying to find out who our ancestors were around the Lake Simcoe region. So Chippewas of Georgina Island, Chippewas of Grandma, and Beausoleil First Nation. And we came across this piece of research that talked about one of our head men, or head chiefs, having this wampum belt. It was actually connected all the way back to the dish with one spoon. And we aren't quite sure what it looks like. But from the speech that he gives, we think that it looks like this. And it talks about a path of peace. It talks about different councils that took place at different regions, all the way from Sault Ste. Marie, all the way down to New Credit. And this was the path that the Iroquoian people ventured on when they brought this proposition of peace. They crossed from their territory, they would have had to stop at New Credit. They stopped at the Narrows at the north end of Lake Simcoe. They stopped at the south end of Georgian Bay at Manitoulin Island at Sault Ste. Marie, and the line extends beyond to other relatives that are there. So there are histories, there are stories that connect us to the land and to the place and to all of those different ancestors that came before us. They did the best that they could to take care of things in their time so that we would have our lives and our world here today. So I think there's maybe some work to be done if we choose to kind of take that on. There are more stories to share, more stories to tell, and things that we can share, ways of writing stuff down so that knowledge could be taken care of, so that we could pass that on to the generations that follow in our footsteps. So we want to be able to try and do that. There's many ways of doing it. I'm just trying to do a little bit with it and well.